Hey people, thank you so much and welcome back. In today's session, we are going to talk about cost of quality. So let's understand the background. This was developed by Mr. Philip Crosby. On his name, we gave him a cost of quality. What we pay when we buy any product or service, are we really paying for the quality? So answer is no. We pay for the product or service what we are expecting, and quality is supposed to come free with that. So that's why Mr. Philip Crosby said that quality is free. Suppose you buy any product from the Amazon or maybe any other supermarket, and the product is supposed to deliver in 5 days. And if the product is not delivered in 5 days, it is taking 6 days for you. So one extra day, what you are waiting for, probably the product is really critical and you wanted to utilize in the 5 days, and that's how you order. But the product you are receiving in 6 days, so you are losing one day of productivity because of that. That is the cost of poor quality. In case the product is not coming in the right first time quality, though you already paid the full amount for that product, and then you have to do the hassles to return, to get the refund and all these things, that is the cost of quality. So, as per Mr. Philip Crosby, quality is free. But if we are putting any additional effort to get the right quality so that we can use the product or service, that means we are paying for the quality, and that is called as a cost of quality. So, the cost of quality is a way of assessing the cost that business pays for, ensuring that their product meet the quality standard or expected standards or the expectation from the customer, as well as the cost of manufacturing things that do not. So the purpose of cost of quality calculation is to have a better knowledge of how quality affects the bottom line of the business, and both the factor matters. As I was telling, if there is a cost of poor quality, which means the cost of scrap, cost of rework associated with that, this is part of the poor quality. And the good quality will be like, as to make sure that the product is meeting the quality requirement, you are doing the audit and maintenance, etc. That means cost of good quality. So cost of quality divided into two parts. One, the cost of good quality, and the second, the cost of poor quality. Evan, let's first talk about cost of good quality, which is further divided into two parts. One is the prevention cost, and second one is the appraisal cost. So what is the prevention cost? Prevention costs are induced to prevent or avoid quality issues within the business, within the planned activities. And this is something that designed before the operation to make sure or to ensure that good quality and prevent poor quality product. To deliver the good quality product, to prevent the poor quality product, all the services, and they are planned and incurred prior to the product actual assembly or on the work floor, which means before you develop a product, before you deliver a service to the customer, you are making sure that you are going to deliver the right product or right services to the customer. So whatever the effort, whatever the energy, whatever the money, whatever the amount you are investing to make sure that the product will meet all the quality expectation is your cost of good quality as a part of prevention cost. Some of the example here, you do design, implementation, maintenance of the quality management system. You are doing the new product evaluation or the quality planning, which is also called as an advanced product quality planning, APQP. We do so much of the mistake proofing devices we are developing when we are putting the system in place so that my system should not fail. We apply statistical process control to make sure or to identify the early warning sign, or to make sure that yes, my product is meeting all the expectation from the statistical way as well. We do the failure mode and effect analysis. We do the supplier surveys, supplier development, audits, process audit, product audit, or maybe the layered audit. We have the quality improvement plans in place. We apply Lean and Six Sigma. We apply quality circle or the Kaizens, and we do the instrument gauge calibration, which generally we call as an MSA, measurement system analysis. And we do lot of education and training. All these things are part of your prevention cost as a part of cost of good quality. The second part of cost of good quality is called as an appraisal cost. Appraisal cost is what? Appraisal cost are the expenses which is related to the quality control, which means that a company incurs to detect defective inventory before it's shipped and ensure its product and services meet the expectation from the customers. Example, as I was giving some time back, I was asking about you order anything from the supermarket. So the supplier is making sure that they are going to deliver you the right product. So what they do the appraisal, which means the quality control or checking or the testing of the product or services before they release to the customer. And in case they found anything defective within their end only, they will segregate and they will send you only the good quality product to make sure that customers should not be unhappy. So when you are checking, though in the cost of good quality, the part number 1, which is the prevention cost, you have already make sure that the right quality product only you are producing, but still you have a doubt, you do not see that the 100% reliability in the process, and then to make sure that you are delivering the right product only to the customer, you are making a or doing the quality control. This quality control or quality checking to make sure you are delivering the right product is part of the appraisal cost. Appraisal cost enable business to keep their product and service defect free in order to preserve their market reputation, which means they need not to recall. You will not be giving a bad feedback because you are receiving the right product only. And when the supplier is spending amount of money, amount of hours, amount of work in making sure that they are delivering the right product to you by doing the quality control is a appraisal cost. So appraisal cost also considered as an investment, not a loss, by some organization because you are assuring that the quality specification have been met and you are preventing unnecessary failure, cost, etc. Some of the example, like a receipt inspection you are doing, whenever the material is coming, you are making sure that you are getting the right material only. In process or patrolling inspections, pre-dispatch inspection, material testing, maybe chemical, mechanical or microstructure analysis, etc. You are doing the periodic review of the documentation or maybe cost of the measuring devices. These are the two parts of the cost of good quality as a part of cost of quality. Now we'll talk about cost of poor quality. Again, it's divided into two parts. One is the internal failure cost and second is the external failure cost. So what is the internal failure cost? Internal failure cost are the quality cost related to the product or services fault that are identified before the product leaves the plant or premises and reaches to the customer. So internal inspection method, the company uncover what kind of errors, probably the product rework, probably the product segregation, sometimes scrap, machine breakdown, cost of rejection or rework analysis, and waste due to the poorly planned process. So when we do cost of good quality as an appraisal cost, during the appraisal itself, we will identify some of the product which are not shippable, which should not go to the customer. And in case you are doing some kind of rework, segregation, scrap, machine breakdown on the non-shippable product, that will be part of the internal failure cost. Even many time will happen, you are not able to identify those product or services which is not shippable to the customer. And you release the product to the market. And when you receive a market complaint, market return or the refund request, that is the cost of poor quality as an external failure cost. So external failure cost is the most expensive category of the quality cost. And it includes the cost incurred by the company after a defective product or service reaches the customer and malfunctions, as well as the legal and the compensation cost incurred if a customer sues the company for the defective product. And some of the example of external failure cost, product rework at the customer end or in the field. You will do the segregation at the customer end. You are scrapping at the customer end. You are doing the product recall, warranty claims, and the customer debts. So total, which we call as in cost of quality, is part of two part. One is cost of good quality and the cost of poor quality. Cost of good quality, when you are preventing any defect to occur, any failure to occur, is the prevention cost. And second part, you are making sure that you are delivering the right product to the customer, which means you are doing the appraisal of that, all the quality control. Now, second part of the cost of quality is cost of poor quality, which is further divided into two parts. One is the internal failure cost, when you are doing the internal testing of the product and services, and you found that some of the products are really not shippable, and you are segregating or you are reworking or scrapping at your end. Is the internal failure cost. And in case you are not able to identify those failures within the product or services, and you release the product to the market or to the customer, and then you get a return from the market or refund request, or maybe the rework that you are doing at the customer and segregation or scrap you are doing at the customer, and or after the customer complains about that, that is the external failure cost. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next session.